Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1985. Today, we're going to talk about Russian Attack. The story of Russian Attack takes us back to Konami. We have talked about Konami before. They have been responsible for Track and Field, Yie Ar Kung Fu, and Gradius. We last talked about Konami in our video on Twinbee. Russian Attack is a run-and-gun game. The player plays as U.S. Special Operations Green Berets. These Green Berets must go through 4 stages, attacking Soviet armed forces in order to rescue prisoners of war from execution. The Green Berets are initially armed with a combat knife, but by killing certain Russian enemies, the player can pick up other weapons, such as a flamethrower, a rocket-propelled grenade, and hand grenades. The game has a time limit that will kill the player, but this is not shown visibly in the game. Konami released Russian Attack to Japanese arcades on September 4th, 1985, to European arcades in November 1985, and North American arcades in December 1985. Depending on the country where it was published, instead of the pun of Russian Attack, the game is sometimes known as Green Beret. That is a brief backstory to Russian Attack. With that now told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This is Russian Attack, as you might have seen there. We get into the demo very quickly in this game. And this is basically the game, right? You play as the Green Beret, you move forward, you try to stab things, or, kind of punch things, but they consider it stabbing until you die, and that's pretty much it. The game goes very quickly. He stepped on a landmine there. As you might have seen once again in the title screen, copyright 1985 by Konami, as we talked about. Fortunately, I don't really have any more information than that. That's basically all I have about this game. But as you can see, it is difficult. You have to gauge your timing and your range of your knife, I guess, very quickly. Once again, it looks like a punch to me, but you have to figure that out very quickly, otherwise you will die very quickly. All right, let's go ahead and put in a quarter and see what I can do in this game. I don't have a lot of practice in this game, which means I will not be doing well. 33,000 points for the high score. That's actually asking a lot, so then bonus lives at 50,000, 100,000, and every 100,000 points after that. Not going to happen, I don't think. But we'll see what I can do. Rescue the prisoners of war. They're in masks. Kind of look like football helmets, but those are masks. All right, let's go. Punch. It just looks like a punch to me. And yeah, I got stuck on the ladder. Ladders are the bane of my existence. All right, let's try it again. At the game, difficult. Okay. So far, so good. Mortar got through that. Jumped over you. Oh, he turned around. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, like I said, this game is difficult. It requires a lot of precise timing that we haven't seen in arcade games for a while. I went back to try to get him. That was not a smart idea. Yeah, that's how quickly this game can go. Like, no progress. I did put in another quarter, but we'll see what I can do. Yeah, rescue the prisoners of war. This game's... there's no way around it. It's difficult. Like, it requires precise timing. Why we're being shipped in by ourselves with just a knife, like, I have questions about. Alright, got the flamethrower. Flame on. And we'll do what we can with the flamethrower. Need to get through you. Alright. Get through you guys. Yeah, you only get a limited number of attacks with whatever weapon you get to upgrade, so you want to stay... Ah! Alright, there I could see a knife. When I was jumping, I could see a knife. Otherwise, no. I thought I had the timing right, but there we go. My best run to date. 10,000 points. Almost 11,000. But yeah, those landmines, you basically... you have to jump over. And I had to jump over that. I was hoping to get on the ladder, but I missed it. And let's take you out before you shoot at me. Like, they just run at you. They rush at you. Alright, I think we're going to be able to do one more run, but yeah, this game is difficult, and I don't have the skills necessary to really show off too much more of the game. So, we're going to do one more run and see what I can do. I did make the high score list. That is actually surprising to me. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. The game's hard. But you can see the evolution of what we're seeing, especially with kind of the run and gun type games. There we go. Once again, they look like football masks. Sorry, clearly they have like masks over their mouth, which is a little weird. Why wouldn't it be over their eyes? That's usually where they are, but... Alright, flamethrower. Yeah, try to save them for when there's just a line of enemies for me to take on. That was good. So then I think I get, yeah, I think I only get 3, so we're gonna have to use the other one pretty soon here. No! I didn't, yeah. Okay, up here. I can just stand here and take them on. Once again, there is a time limit, but they don't show it to you. Alright, we're making some progress. I can duck in this game. I don't think I've shown that off. You can go prone in the game. Oh, what? I can't make the jump? I think I just missed it. Alright, flamethrower? No. I think this is... Yeah, I think that's the flamethrower. Alright, made it to the end of the first stage! Notice that they're coming out at different speeds now. And then the flying kick got me! How dare you! Made it to the first boss. Didn't think I'd be able to do that either. Like, that's how difficult this game can be. I tried to jump at the last second, but I didn't do it in time. Made it to the end of the first stage. I will accept that. If he's gonna shoot at me, then I need to go back. Once again, why are we all equipped with like hand-to-hand combat here? Like, we all have guns. Or at least a lot of them have guns, but they're not willing to use them. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see the knife out there, but it still looks like a punch. Okay. There we go! We made it through the missile! Rescue the prisoner of war, well done. First target overcome, now we're at the harbor. I made it to the second stage. That is a victory here. No, I didn't mean to... Oh, okay. Alright, we got... Looks like a rocket-propelled grenade. Fly pro. No, don't jump! Oh, that's what I was able to do, but I did at least get to the second stage. I got the high score. That is the best run that I was going to be able to do. A little bit of a jingle in the back. I've talked over it every time, but fairly straightforward, that one. Alright, we'll put in my initials. Best run I probably will do unless I put in hours and hours of practice into this game, but I'm not necessarily willing to do that at this point. Alright, so that is Rush'n Attack. That is the game played, and with the game played, it's time to talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, I did have fun playing Russian Attack. The game is enjoyable, although it is difficult. Until you figure out precisely the timing and the range of your attacks and what you need to do to get past the enemies, it is a difficult game. It is one that I wasn't able to overcome today, but I was at least able to make it past the first stage, so I am happy with that. Once you get through that, though, once you figure out, to the frame sometimes when you need to attack and stuff like that, the game will get easier. It's not really going to get much more complicated than what we saw, even at the higher difficulties. So once you are able to overcome that, you will be able to get through to the end. With that said, I think that there's a lot to like about this game. Once you are able to get the gameplay kind of figured out, the gameplay is good. Once again, from a plot and kind of backstory perspective, it is weird that the United States would just drop a single person in there and give them a knife and say, all right, take on hundreds, if not thousands of enemies just with this knife. Go. That's weird. But that's kind of just how these games work a lot of the time. And then it's also weird that the enemies who do have guns rarely shoot them. And then when they do, the bullet goes very slowly. You can almost outrun the bullet. It's kind of weird. But once again, just kind of how these games are designed. I think the graphics are good. I don't think they're great. I think that although everything looks like it's supposed to, I don't think that they're going to be particularly memorable, and of course more detail could have been added. The characters could be a little bit better rendered, and like they don't necessarily look as much like people as they do like little action figures to me. But other than that, the graphics are fine, just nothing particularly great. The sound, it's okay. Once again, just nothing particularly good about it. I think it is, everything's just kind of dated for when it came out. So ultimately, would I recommend this to somebody? I would probably say only if you are interested in the history of kind of these run and gun type games. This one does have a lot of upgrades to it, the ability to kind of jump and duck and kind of go through a singular plot, so to speak, is kind of new to the genre. And then the fact that you have the limited upgrades and stuff like that, there's something to like about Russian Attack. It does move the genre forward, but if you're not interested in the genre or you're not interested in the history of the genre, this game probably won't have a lot for you, and you can probably watch a clip or watch me play it, and that will probably be enough for you. And that's my modern take on the game. When the game was released, it proved to be popular, particularly in Europe, where it was seen as one of the first military shoot-'em-ups. The critics at the time also enjoyed the game, particularly the graphics, sound, and violence of the game. Russian Attack would see ports and a sequel. We will keep an eye on these as we continue. With another success on their hands, Konami would continue to be a big name in the video game industry. We will hear from Konami in the future as well. That will do it for the story of Russian Attack for now. My name is BallerScuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we go super.